Loggers are getting older, like retirement old, and logging companies can't find younger people to fill those jobs.
Welcome back. Let's talk about some things. So I got this video basically on being a lumberjack. I mean, I know a lot of people were looking for work and people were trying to make their way, and for the young people, this is something you guys should really check out. So let's have a look at it.
If a tree falls in the forest, but no loggers are there to cut, strip, stack, and truck, does it make any products?
We struggle to have a full crew. You know, we always seem to be short somebody.
The timber industry labor shortage. It's a problem he saw falling from miles away.
It's been my life.
Gary Icola took over his father's Valley County-based logging company in the 1970s.
You know, I grew up in it. I was going out in the woods when I was 3. You know, so it has never been just a job.
But it is a job, and several of Gary's employees,
Part of your family, you know.
are getting older, and they're getting ready to hang it up.
It concerns me that they're not going to be out here working too awfully much longer, and I'm going to have to replace them. And who am I going to replace them with?
Gary's average employee is 55 years old, and that's not a surprise to his son, Gabe Icola,
It's definitely mostly older people.
because he's considered one of the young guys.
A couple of my friends I've been able to convince to come out and work for a bit, but I'm not really interested in staying for that long, it seems like.
But most aren't interested in showing up at all. Despite accounting for nearly $2.5 billion of Idaho's economy, the timber industry isn't attracting young workers.
That's a perception that it's just nothing but physical work, you know, and that's not the case at all anymore.
It's the same misconception the Idaho Forest Products Commission has tried to cut down for years.
These pieces of equipment now are so mechanized. You get in and there's a lot of semblance to gaming.
Yeah, there's not too much chainsaw work these days. It's a lot of equipment operating.
The logging industry of today is not at all the logging industry of yesteryear.
The change in industry begs for a change of strategy.
Due to recent updates in technology, loggers today are a little bit more brains than brawn, and the University of Idaho is trying to solve this workforce problem by offering a new degree path.
This is not a forester's degree. This is a degree to hire or to train individuals that are interested in going out and working in the forest operations sector on logging operations.
Charles Goebel is the U of I Forest, Rangeland, and Fire Sciences department head.
We really have a social contract with the citizens of the state to provide access to high quality and affordable education.
In April, the university officially announced their first associate's degree in school history, a 2-year program in forest operations and technology.
We were being responsive to the forest products industry across the state.
According to numbers from the University of Idaho, lumber sales in the state are increasing at rates faster than loggers can produce.
And so our industry is now faced with, how are we going to meet that demand for wood over the next 20 years?
The antidote to the problem today is a simple diagnosis.
Filling in for various jobs as need be, you know, day to day.
That's just expected now?
Well, yeah, it's just the only way we can really do it these days.
But it's not sustainable, because just like rotting wood, a logger can only spend so many years in the forest.
The guy that's loading the truck, he's in his early 70s.
Where all products have an expiration date.
You know, this may be his last season. You know, I've been thinking about that. Who do I replace him with?
Professor Goebel says loggers work directly.
Well, there you guys see it, man. If you know you're a young guy, there's opportunity for you right there. You can hop in the logging industry. I would say, especially if you out of high school, not sure about what you want to do. I mean, you see right there. I mean, there's a demand for that type of work. I mean, now it's not easy work, but it's good work, and you know, and it's a good start. You'll learn how to operate heavy machinery. That's a plus. They'll go with you anywhere you go during your career. You'll always have a skill you can take with you. I mean, it's not a bad opportunity. I did a little research before reacting to this video, and what I found, the biggest problem I think they have right now is that on the average, the loggers only make $20 an hour. And that's ridiculous, man. Like, you got to pay people more money to do this type of work. I mean, this isn't McDonald's or Walmart, man. Like, that's logging. I mean, that's hardcore work you have to do. And even though we're not doing it the old way, where you see the guy with the chainsaw or the axe cutting down the tree, and then you see them trimming the tree and doing all the old school work, they're using machines, but you still got to pay people decent money to do the job, especially if you want them to come and stay. If you want somebody to make a career out of it, it got to be enough money to feed their families and take care of kids and do the whole nine. Because if you're only paying $20 an hour, what'll happen is, you know, people will come in, they'll start there, they'll get their experience, and they'll just leave because, you know, they won't be sustainable for long term. So that's one thing I think they need to do, especially if you having degree programs for this stuff now. If I go to pay for school to get a degree to come out only making $20 an hour, that's ridiculous. And I don't blame people for not doing it. I wouldn't go to school to come out to only make $20 an hour. To me, that doesn't make any sense. To me, that's hustling backwards. So that's one thing they have to fix. Like they said, it's a $1 billion industry. They're making money. They don't have the employees to do the work. So they have a supply and demand issue, right? So typically what happens in markets is if there's more, supply than demand, the prices go down. If there's more demand than supply, the prices go up, right? So these guys should be making probably like $30, $35 an hour, if you ask me, if it's that much of a gap in the market for employees. So if they pay, I'll tell you, if they pay $30, $35 an hour, you have people coming from all over the country to go there to work because people want to make that type of money working. So that's a good salary. That's solid. Most people can take care of their family with that amount of money. All right, guys, that's all I got for this one, man. There you see it, man. You got logging, it's out there, you know what I mean? If you guys want to do it, go out there and do it. Leave your comments. Tell me what you think. I'll put the original video in the links in the description. And you guys take care. All right, peace.